Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today July 23rd, 2022. Hope you're all doing well. In today's segment, we'll take a look at top stocks with a high short ratio. So when the short ratio is high, these stocks can go higher and create a short squeeze and burn those short sellers. That's why folks to buy stocks with a high short ratio, especially when they're down big time and fundamentals are improving and stock is trying to make a comeback. So with that, let's look at these names here. Look, we got a Chinese company here. EHang stock got clobbered. Very high short ratio. It's an aviation company. It's got unmanned aircrafts, as you can see here. They got various various applications like defense and even packaging, sending the packages and so on and so forth. So let's look at stocks with a high short ratio and see if we can make some money. All right, let's jump in here. Let's start with a quick market update, see what the market is doing, and look at top stocks, some of my favorite stocks when it comes to short squeeze names, and look at the complete list with the top stocks with the high short ratio, and finally we'll conclude with few names we can buy. So with that, let's jump in here. Look, from a market perspective, Dow Jones Industrial Average came down on Friday. Look, 1 day chart here, it came down. There is a nice finish, trying to go higher toward the end. Same story, Nasdaq also came down. There's some strong finish here, but still down big time. And we got S&P 500 also down. Look, next year is going to be a little bit volatile. We got a lot of earnings expected. Apple, Microsoft, Google, Meta. All these names are expecting earnings. And look, S&P 500 sheds 500 points, nearly 1% down, led by Snapchat, tumbled down with fear about advertisers spending less money in digital advertising. So that also led stocks like Google, Meta also to come down drastically. I think Google and Meta both are great buys here. I love Google better than Meta at these levels here. Look, we got here Fed, one of the Fed head here, Governor Christopher. He's expecting a 75 basis point increase in July. So that can cause some issue in the stock market next week. We'll see how it goes. We can expect stocks to be volatile and slightly come down before Fed announces their rate hike. Afterwards, we typically have a relief rally. We'll keep a watch on it. Look, we got strong US dollar. This can have some issue, especially multinational companies doing business outside. They can have some issue with the strong US dollar. All right, let's jump in here and look at the fear and greed index. Look, from a fear and greed index perspective, we are at 39. Just a couple of weeks ago, we are at 15 or even below 15. So I can see us coming down again here, mainly because Fed is going to increase the rates by 75 basis points. And there could be one or two earning warning next week, with everybody trying to be cautious about the market going forward. So with that, it's options traders' dream. With volatility super high, you could sell some options and make some more money. But if you're a long-term stock buyer, buy those great stocks like Google, like Amazon, and just hang on to them, and even Nvidia for that matter, and you would do well. All right, let's jump in here and look at the market. Look, from a market perspective, S&P 500 futures, or ES as we call it, this entire year so far, it's been grinding lower, as you can see here. Nice channel down, and now it's trying to make a nice channel up slowly here. So this will have some resistance level. Look, next stop is right here around 14.4250 here. That would be next resistance point. We'll see how it goes with the Fed if they increase the rates and have some harsh word to tame the economy. I can see us coming back down here and trading this channel. We have a nice support level here, so we'll see how it goes. It is set up to come down next week with a lot of uncertainty. And same story, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, nice channel down. Now it's trying to go higher, as you can see here, and same story in other indices. Look, we got bonds trying to strengthen slightly with the interest rate coming slightly lower. And look, crude oil is coming down slightly here. I'm buying some great oil names slowly and accumulating them. I think oil is good for at least near term. Longer term, we got other things going on here with electric becoming more and more mainstream. There will be some issue with the long-term oil plays and energy plays. And then we got gold here. Gold is getting sold off here. Slight bump or slight improvement here, mainly because US dollar is getting strengthened. Precious metal is giving its value back, as you can see here. All right, now let's look at the market breadth indicator. It's a 30-day chart, as you can see here. Last 30 days, S&P 500 managed to go higher nicely. Next week, we'll watch with the Fed what they will do. And my favorite indicator, skew, it's a 3-month chart. It's trying to go higher, but generally channeling down, as you can see here. I'm worried when the skew hits around 150, but right now it's way lower. No need to worry. And it's a good market for folks who want to buy for long term. And look, trader index, it generally looks at supply and demand. As the trader index slightly grinds higher, that's a good news here. That tells you there's more demand for stocks. There are more advancing stocks than declining stocks. That's a good news here. And look, from a tick is very short term. It also tells you short term there is more demand for the stocks. That's why tick is trying to go higher, as you can see here. And then you got vol SPD. Looks like there is more advancing volume than declining volume. But look, on Friday with the stock market selling off here, vol SPD came down. That tells you on Friday we had more declining volume than advancing volume. And then you got VIX here. VIX is generally coming down, as you can see here. That's a good news for stock market. Market can really go higher. And look, we got put call ratio here. It's slightly inching higher, as you can see here. That tells you, for the option sellers, your premium is slightly coming down. So wait for some of these turbulent situations, like next week, earnings coming up and Fed trying to increase the rates. That's when you can sell some options and make some money. Right now it's a good premium, but still look, it's slightly coming down with the put call ratios going higher. All right, now we got risk on, risk off play here. As AUD JPY goes higher, so does the market. AUD is a risky currency. JPY is a low risk currency. Folks borrow from JPY, buy Australian dollar, try to make some quick money here. As this comes down, look, AUD JPY is coming down. That means it's a risk off play here. Folks are really selling riskier assets and accumulating some money, so that way they can put the money into the market when market comes down next week. All right, so we got US dollar here. US dollar is kind of wondering where to go here. That's also having some positive effect on stock market. That's why stock market is going higher. All right, let's jump in now and look at my favorite short squeeze names here. Look, all these stocks have got a volume more than 500k stock shares traded, and relative strength index less than 55. That tells you these stocks are beaten down, and gross margin more than 30%. That tells you these stocks are good gross margin, at least many of them. And we also have this condition where the current price is more than 5-day exponential moving average. That tells you these stocks are getting strong. They're sold off, they're getting strong. That's always a good news here. That's why I love to look at these names and buy some of those for a short squeeze play. And in addition, I also made sure 5-day average volume or a 10-day average volume. The current volume is more than 10-day average volume, so that way these stocks are going higher with a good volume. So that's always good news. All right, let's look at those names here. Look, these look at the short ratio here. We got few stocks with nice and high short ratio. It's coming down, as you can see here. This is with the criteria that we looked at right now. Top of the list is Warby Parker, one of my favorite eyeglass company. And look what's going on here. We got volume average. The current volume is more than 10-day average volume. That tells you volume is going into the stock. That's always good. And look, stock is trying to trade higher in 1 day, 5 day. It's above its 5-day exponential moving average. That tells you stock is really trying to go higher. So that tells you with the RSI less than 47, it's a great play here. You could buy some Warby Parker and crush those short sellers. I can see this going higher. Mainly I look for the volume go higher than the average. And look, the price is above 5-day EMA. That's always good. And look at that insider buy, nice and high insider buy. So Warby Parker is a good to go. And then you got a few more here. Look, we got a CRK here. CRK also in the similar trend. Look at the volume here. Volume is surging in the 10-day. The current volume is more than 10-day average volume and even 30-day average volume. And look here, we got price going higher in 1 day, 5 day. Coast is clear. RSI is less than 50. This even can go higher and squeeze those short sellers. And we got a few more here, same criteria. Look at the relative volume, it's trending higher. And look at the price, it's also it's above 5-day EMA. So coast is clear. So I also love the names where there's a nice and high overall score. Look, we got two names here with nice and high overall score here. IRWD and Warner Brother, both have got nice and high overall score. If you're a conservative investor, you could buy those. Look, Warner Brothers is quietly having a nice volume surge here, so that tells you it's a good one. Volume is going higher and high short ratio. You could buy that one also. And we got a few more here as usual. Keep a watch on the volume here. Look, I love stocks like KD. KD could be, look, it's going higher with the nice and high volume here. You could buy that one also here. All right, so we got one more here, SPSW. Many of you know this stock here. It's in the basic material stock. Look, nice and high. Look, volume is going higher. Stock is also trying to go higher, as you can see here. Short ratio is relatively high. Stock got clobbered last week. You could buy this great company here. All right, so list goes on here. Also keep a watch on the RSI level here. When the RSI much lower, like Core Lab here, look at that RSI. Stock got clobbered. Look at the volume. Volume is trying to go higher. It's above its 10-day average volume. And look, stock is also going higher above 5-day EMA. That's why I love this list. This list tells you these beaten down stocks, they're above their 5-day moving average with a nice and high volume. That's why I love this list. All right, now let's jump in here and continue the list here. We got a few more here. Look, the short ratio is coming down drastically because we are looking at great stocks here. Even though short ratio is relatively low, these stocks are going higher. Look, 10-day average volume. The current volume is about 10-day average volume. That tells you volume is picking up. At the same time, RSI is below 55. And some of them are much lower, like Equinix, EQX here. Look, completely sold off here. Nice and high overall score. And look, this stock is going higher. Volume is picking up. That's a good story here. And also keep a watch on stocks with nice institutional or insider buy, like Nielsen here. Look, nice institutional buy. You could buy along with the institutions. This stock is also going higher, as you can see here. All right, so the list goes on here, and we got a few more here. Now we are looking at the entire list here with the high short ratio stocks. Look, as the stock goes higher here, stock is high, folks will start borrowing money and basically short the stock will go higher, they will make money, but at some time insiders will start buying, institutional will start buying, stock goes higher, those short sellers will cover their shorts and it will go further higher and it will create a short squeeze situation. That's one of the reason I play the short squeeze game, and looking at right stocks, of course. All right, look, we got the list here. Look at the list. Look at the short ratio here. Look, 105% short ratio on Revlon. Revlon, I think they have a bankruptcy protection here. They might go bankrupt. That does not stop folks from playing the short squeeze game here. Look, volume is coming down, as you can see here. When the volume is coming down like this, you got to be a little bit careful here. I would not play a short squeeze game on this one here. If the volume is going higher, I would do that, but right now volume is coming down, and look, it's also stock is also coming down in 1 day, 5 day. And look, RSI is 50 middle of the road, so that's why I would not buy this up here. Instead, I would look for better candidates and go from there. As you scan through here, keep a watch on insiders and institutional here. We got one micro strategy. You might know this stock here. It's a Bitcoin play. They also have analytics software. Look, nice and high insider buy here. And at the same time, look, volume is more than 10-day average volume by 11%. That's a good story that tells you stock is doing well. And look, stock has done nicely, 31% surge in last 5 days. RSI 66, that's a red flag for me. I would wait for RSI to be cooling down, then I would buy, not at this time. And the list goes on here. Look, we got a few more play. Look, WRBY. WRBY is a biotech company trying to do some COVID vaccine, as many of you know here. RSI is 49, and look, stock is trying to go lower, and volume is also slightly low, as you can see here. This one is a good stock to play short squeeze, but I would wait for stock to go higher slightly. If you're a contrarian, you could buy some WRBY here, but otherwise I would wait on this one here. And we got a few more here. Keep a watch on overall score here. Look, PECO here, nice and high overall score, 59, not too bad. And RSI is 47. And stock is trying to look, it's trying to come down here. If you're a long-term buyer, you could buy some PECO here. And then you got one more here, WRBY, also nice and high overall score, 69, not too bad. And we got one more right here, ICPT, one of my favorite here. You could buy ICPT, nice and high overall score here, but stock is coming down here. Look, it's coming down. RSI 46 tells you stock is clobbered here. Volume is pretty okay here. And we got one more here, Marathon Digital, same story. It's a good stock, but Bitcoin, as many of you know here, Bitcoins are not doing well. Looks like volume is increasing here, and RSI 66 tells the stock has gone higher, so you got to be slightly careful on this one also. On the other hand, keep a watch on 1 day, 5 day here. If the stock is showing some nice slow increase, like some of these names like Rocket is a little bit higher RSI. Upstart here, it's a little bit risky stock, as many of you know here. But look, stock is trying to go higher, but the volume is low, as you can see here. All right, so list goes on. So we got a few more plays. We talked about Warby Parker, one of my favorite play here. Nice and high overalls, nice and high insider buying here. And keep a watch on how the stock is doing in 1 day, 5 day. If the stock is making some progress, you could buy some of the stocks, like the one right here, FFIE Faraday. Look, stock got clobbered big time. Look at the drop. Stock is completely clobbered, as you can see here. If you're a contrarian, you could buy such names, but you got to be careful here. Volume is increasing, but at the same time, stock is getting clobbered. That's not a good news here. And we got a few more. Look, keep a watch on the RSI here. I love the stocks with lower RSI. Look like AMX here, America Mobile, low RSI. Stock is trying to make some progress here. Look, it's trying to go higher in 1 day here. You could look at such names here. And look, RSI is 72, not too bad. And we got few more names with low RSI here. We got Cassava, same story, low RSI. This is one of my favorite trading stock here, and look, nice and high volume surge, but stock is coming down with the high volume. That's why I got to wait slightly and then buy slowly. And we got a few more, as you can see here. We got keep a watch on 1 day, 5 day, and RSI here. You could look at low RSI candidates and buy them slowly and go from there. All right, let's keep going here. We got a few more. Keep a watch on insider institutional buy here. We got a few with the look. We got purple. Purple has got a good institutional buy, and there is a nice volume surge. As you can see, look at that volume surge in purple. RSI middle of the road here, 50, and volume is going higher. You could buy some purple here. This can also go higher, and I love the ones with nice and high overall score here. But both Beam and Edit, look, they got a little bit higher RSI for me. I would wait for them to cool off and then buy them. And as usual, keep a watch on RSI here. Ehang, a Chinese company, as many of you might be knowing, stock got clobbered big time. Look at that stock drop here, big time getting clobbered. High valuation, ES ratio is very high, high multiple name. But if you're a contrarian, you could buy some Chinese stock like EH. Longer term, I could see some potential in this company, which plays in the aviation area, unmanned aircrafts, a lot of application in the defense world, and also package delivery type situation. All right, so we got here REI. Look at that volume surge, nice volume surge. And RSI is low. Stock is getting clobbered, as you can see here. You could wait for this to settle down and buy some REI. All right, let's keep going here. We got continuation. Keep a watch on insider institution here. Look, we got one Coinbase. Coinbase is very controversial. Look, nice insider buy here. And look, RSI 58 tells you stock has gone higher. I would not buy here. I would wait for this to cool off slightly. But look, nice volume surge. This can go still higher, but normally I like the RSI less than 55. That's when I get interested. All right, so we got a few more here. As usual, keep a watch on the volume and also the price here. Look, we got few stocks doing well with the low RSI. I would look at such names here. All right, let's keep going here. We got one more here. Let's move this slightly to the right. All right, we got it. So look, we got list continuing. Keep a watch on insider and institution here. We got Asana. Asana has got nice and high insider buy, and look, stock is a nice volume here. Look at that volume, 22% more than 10-day average volume. That's a good story. And stock is trying to go higher. Look, 5 days it's 3% higher. You could buy some Asana here. If you're a contrarian, stock is not making money yet, but contrarians can buy some Asana. This can go higher. Look, nice and high short ratio here. And we got one more here. Gas has got nice insider buy, and look, stock is looks like this stock has got high RSI. I would not touch it here. Let it cool off. Too high for me. All right, then we got F cell here, fuel cell. Look, it's got a nice and low RSI here. Stock is getting clobbered here. You could slowly take some position here and go from there. All right, also keep a watch on overall score here. Higher the better. We got some with nice and high overall score here, both William as well as AEO here. Look at the nice and high score here, and look, AEO is trying to make a move here, as well as WSM Williams here. And look, RSI perspective, I like AEO more. RSI is still low, below 55. Williams, I would wait for it to cool off slightly. And we got a couple more here. Look, we got UBRN Urban, and look, this is also trying to go higher. RSI is 54. You could buy this one also here. All right, so you could look at a few more with the nice and high overall score here, like BCRX or BioCrest, and we got a couple more here. All right, let's keep going here. With that, we'll quickly conclude. From a conclusion perspective, market is very volatile. Be very selective, and I love the stock with the RSI lower, below 55 or so, and look for stocks with nice and high insider and institutional buy, and showing some improvements in 1 day, 5 day, 10 day. And conservative investors and traders, look for positive net margin. You don't want to be burnt. And also few stocks where I would go long. We got ICPT, EHang, which is completely contrarian pick. We got Warby Parker, so on and so forth. You could buy some of these names and play the short squeeze game. So with that, thank you very much. Happy investing and trading. Please subscribe.